Tonight we continue the long goodbye, Allison Parker's stories on hospice. She planned this series before she was suddenly killed. Essential to hospice are special volunteers who are there for families and patients when that fateful time comes.
And then I wrote down a bunch of ideas on what caused you stress.
There's a term at Good Samaritan Hospice for a special volunteer that normally is thought of at the beginning of life, not the end. These women are all doulas, a person who helps during a transition. They don't help deliver babies, rather they, in part, hold vigil while someone in hospice is actively dying.
Sitting within a sacred space, and again to affirm that this is normal, it's hard, but we need to honor it.
It's the right thing to do, and I try to do it best I can.
Sam Smith wanted to become a doula after taking care of her husband before he died from stomach cancer. She's been a doula for 4 years and says when someone could go at any moment, a doula can be there around the clock.
Several of us are almost in conjunction. Dee might go in there first for 4 or 5 hours. I follow her for 4 or 5 hours. Someone else follows me for 4 or 5 hours.
11 women, some becoming doulas as recently as a few months ago, get and give advice on how to help their patients.
It was going to be her time in the next few hours or the next day, because I touched her skin. It was cool. Her eyes were fixed. She had very shallow breathing.
Nearly all have been there when their patient has died.
Losing a patient is hard because you think of all of the situations, the people that person has affected throughout their lives. And especially I think that if the person has lived a long life, I imagine that person is missed even more.
Doula services are just one of many offered through hospice. This one can be the most difficult to serve, a duty not lost by those who are there when the end comes.
Sometimes I cry. Not then. When I am in my doula mode, so to speak, I'm all business.
After a loved one dies, hospice care does not end. Good Samaritan and other hospice providers offer support groups for those on a grief journey. That's the topic of tomorrow's segment of The Long Goodbye. We check back in with Russ as he meets with his support group, and I meet other people like me who have lost the love of their life and how we find comfort in each other.